Who wore it better, Melania Trump or me? Before you let me know, let's talk about President Trump and Airbnb for a minute. For years, Airbnb has talked about values like diversity, sustainability, and helping communities. But times change. Back in 2017, Airbnb openly disagreed with some government policies during Trump's first term. For instance, they offered free stays to refugees and ran ads about inclusion. Now, with Trump's inauguration this week, the world is different. Many companies are stepping back from social causes and focusing more on business growth to align with the new administration and gain favor of the policymakers. Think Facebook, for example. This brings up two questions. One, are Airbnb's messages still a good fit for young travelers today? And two, should Airbnb change its strategy like other companies are doing? And this is not about what's right or wrong. It's about understanding how things change and how Airbnb might respond. I've no clue what they will do, what they should do. I don't know. I'm just observing changings around in the US and trying to understand what it could mean. And also linking this to a definitive shift in, for example, young men who they voted for and what they care about, and how whether Airbnb's messages that were built at the time of to appeal to millennials, whether this is not in just there's not a gap between this and what these young travelers aspire to. Let's see that. So first, what Airbnb has stood for. So Airbnb has built its reputation on doing good, uh, regardless of what we think on them helping me drive the housing crisis, as us hosts may think about their policies. That was what they were trying to achieve. Here are some things they were trying to do, right? They were about fighting discrimination, right? They made it easier for anyone to book a stay, no matter their background. They set goals to hire more women and people from different backgrounds. They created a program to check if guests were treated unfairly because of their race. They were also about helping the environment. They promised to cut pollution and use cleaner energy by 2030. They also encourage hosts to offer eco-friendly homes. And of course, they also help people in need. For example, they help hosts offer free stays to people fleeing disasters, such as the very recent California fires. These efforts made Airbnb more than just a place to book a stay. But do people today still care as much about these issues? It's a question mark. I got no answer to give you, but wondering. Number two, let's look at the shift we heard from their leaders. That's interesting. Um, in 2017, uh, one of Airbnb's co-founders, Chesky, the current CEO, spoke against government policies on immigration. Airbnb took action by offering free housing to refugees, donating money to help displaced people. The company positioned itself as a brand that stood for inclusion and acceptance. Well, now it's 2005, and what, 5 days ago, another Airbnb co founder, Joe Gebbia, revealed that he voted for Trump in 2020. On social media, he wrote, "I did something my younger self would hate. I voted Republican." Joe Gebbia is no longer part of Airbnb's leadership, yet, but his change in views makes us wonder, will Airbnb also change its approach with Trump returning to office? And did Gebbia just reveal this now to somehow protect Airbnb? Who knows? But let's go to a point again, which I'm interested about as a marketer, somebody in travel, right? Are today's young travelers different? Should Airbnb talk to them differently? Um, so what's changed? Well, first I will mention big differences in genders, right? In the 2024 US presidential election, a notable gender gap emerged among young voters. Young men predominantly supported Trump, with 56% voting for him, while young women, especially women of color, favored Harris by 18 points. And the priorities of Jay Z men are different as well from what you could maybe expecting. Well, or not, if you know the current crisis and if you know the cost of inflation and the rest. Many young men today prioritize affordability and practical benefits over social causes. They focus on saving money, securing good deals, and valuing convenience. This shift suggests that Airbnb's emphasis on social responsibility may not resonate as strongly with this group. So, what could Airbnb do here? I don't know. The question is open, right? Should Airbnb highlight lower prices and seamless booking experiences more than social issues to appeal to Gen Z men? Can the company maintain its core values while broadening its appeal to this other audience? Last thing, what are other companies doing? Well, as other big brands change direction, should Airbnb follow? Big companies like banks and airlines are stepping back from social causes and diversity initiatives and the rest. And they're focusing more on making money to align with the new administration's priorities. Right, quite a few of them are stepping away from environmental policies, for example. And we also hear investors insisting companies put profit first and avoid political risks. And clearly, some businesses are changing their image or what they're proclaiming now to gain favor with policymakers and attract this wider audience. So, what could Airbnb do? Well, maybe three things, right? One, they could just stay the course and continue promoting their values. Number two, maybe they can find a middle ground, talk about both social issues and practical benefits. Or three, just do like a lot of companies said they would be doing. Just say, we're going to focus on business growth and profits, just like the others, and maybe uh, a step away or turn a bit back on these other measures. Um, so Airbnb has built its success on the idea of belonging. We belong anywhere. But today, belonging can mean different things to different people, right? Do I belong to the world? Do I belong to the community? Do I belong to my country? And how does it play out in your marketing message? That's very interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm very intrigued. See you next time.